Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the stream. We are a full hour late today. But like I said last time that I didn't want to skip because I was late. And I really love my hair today. I don't know why this gives me an anime hair vibe. I just really love how my hair is looking. Okay, that's okay. Not the topic of today's discussion. Um, Either ways, let's get going with today's stream, today's session. And we're back at analyzing positions. Well, and I'll call upon my uh, horseman and yeah, quickly sharing it on improve. Okay, chat pops out. Hi Danish, how are you? What's up? Yes, I was muted. I was muted for some time. Today, instead of setting it to hardest, I have set it to harder so that we are able to solve it. बहुत ज़्यादा, like we've hit too much disappointment by not solving. So we should solve it. And of course, it's not going to be easy. And we're going to keep a time limit of at max 30 minutes. And we should try to solve it within 10 minutes. Okay. So we'll try to do at least two problems today. Cool. Yeah. If there's anybody else, also welcome. This is probably gonna cause infinity mirror. Okay. So back here. White to play. Oh God, another king pawn ending. I didn't even pay attention to the position. Well, well. Uh, let's try it. No worries. So, hmm. I mean, what are our options? First move options are pretty simple. These are our options. I like this move, king to g5. Hello, who is pre WYXZ? Can you let me know who you are? King e4 looks solid, yes. I like king g5 because I have an idea. My idea is that I have king to h6 as a threat. So to prevent that threat, they might have to push this pawn forward. And then I will take this pawn with check, king takes, and then I'll go here. And this pawn cannot be saved. The king can probably enter, but then I gobble, gobble, gobble pawns. I feel this is a very good idea. Not certain if it is best, but looks very good. If you take, I go here. If you go pawn push, trying to create a passer, I'll take. You will push. Oh yeah, the passer works, right? So is this a refutation? King g5, pawn takes, king here, and pawn push. So if king takes, pawn push, and king takes. Yeah, I think we are losing there. Hmm. So king e4 is the most solid move. But then pawn push, still fine. I think I can go here. King e4 looks right, of course. Try working out, everybody try working out why king e4 might not work. Like, let's start from that. Let's assume king e4 is wrong. Then how would it be wrong? What if king e4 and king to e6? King e4, king e6. And if we now take pawn takes pawn, king takes, where is our king going? From that logic, it feels better to go to f4. So if king e4, sorry, king e6, we take, they take, and we go here. King can come. Yeah, that's why I like king f4 because it gives access. Like we can go to g5 faster. So is this enough analysis to conclude that king f4 works? King A4, I'm trying to calculate G5 sack. I saw that too. Didn't feel that was like really something. If you, I think you added one line. So if you go King A4 G5 takes, you said, for example, they can take back, right? They can take here as your move. D takes A5, and you want to go King H6. Instead of going King H6, uh, okay, so it's not clear. Sorry. King F4, G5 check, King takes, pawn takes pawn, and if I go here, pawn push. Can I then play this to go here and here? Take, 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 yeah, take, and this. It's not clear. Not clear at all. I'm confused. I don't understand the position at all. Hello, Jayant. King F4, G5, King takes G5, D takes E5, King F5, F6, F4. Ah, F6, F4. Nice, gets rid of the passer. And we have the better pawn structure, right? So King F4 it is. It's so scary to press it there. I don't know. Should we people who have come now analyze whether King F4 is better, or sorry, if King if F4 is better, or is King E4 better? Do your analysis. This feels illegal. You're making a move so fast. Yeah, that's what I think. Which is why I want at least one more person to analyze this position before we play the move. At least one person. Just check both the lines and see if we are missing something. Okay, Danish, I found a line. Even with f4, let's say king comes here, you take, they take, you move here. Oh, I found a refutation for e4. Does that give us a permission to play f4 then? Look at this line. A refutation for f king e4. King e4. King goes to e6. Threat on the pawn. You can defend with this pawn, but then after takes and takes, not sure about this position being winning because there's pawn check. Oh, I think this is bad because we have a weak pawn. So after king e4, they'll play king to e6 and we have to take, which is anyways our idea. And when they take, we play king to f4. They play h5, protecting one weakness. And if we go king to g5, they go king here, protecting the other weakness. And I don't think we have a way to win here. Try looking at this. We know if king e4 is actually the refutation against king e4 works, then we can play king f4 confidently. Yeah, so king f4. I am mad. I'm feeling so mad at this point. We ignored a naturally looking good move. Wait, I rejected. This is bad. What do you mean this is a good position? What is this? I don't get it. Our, at this point, I think I can safely assume our understanding of king pawn endings is just absolute garbage. Like what do I do when I evaluate this position as bad? I just evaluated this position as bad. Definitely bad. I like not even bad. Definitely bad is what I said. What? Okay, pawn push will create a passer. Okay, I won't do that. But what? Why is this good? Black is black in Zugzwang. What if this? I guess this. Yeah, probably. Oh, we suck at king pawn in games. Yeah, yeah, for certain. I just did not see that this is such a big problem. I did not see Zugzwang at all in this position. I did not see that this is an idea at all. And why does f4 not work? Oh, because we don't have f. What about our idea? What does it say here? Oh, these moves also exist here. Oh, wow. Uh, we are not able to calculate anything good in this position. Just poor calculation, not even bad. Poor calculation. Why is this like now? This is trolling, okay? Now at this point, this is pure trolling. Now Leeches is trolling us. This is pure rage bait, okay? Pure rage bait. What is this? We suck at king pawn endings. Ma, ma, pani ma, pani, pani ma. Uh, You want to play b4 here? B4 is a nice idea. I had read this in the Capablanca book that you should always push the pawn that you want to promote first. Because if you go a4 and you have this, b4 looks good, but I think we need to play king e3 first to contain the king, to contain the black king. Else we might be in trouble because if we do not go, let's say we play b4 first, they can push f4 and then we can try stopping it, but they'll defend it. Well, they can't push it right now, but now we can't even. Oh, we can play here. Oh, interesting. Before, instead of moving the pawn, if they move the king, we move our king here. They move their king here. We move our king here. They move their king there. Sorry, here. We push this pawn. Uh, move the king. Push the pawn. See, the thing is, there's no clarity at all while we are calculating this. Like zero clarity. I don't get anything. I don't understand anything. King e3, king g5 forced, because if not king g5, if they go king g6 for example, or I don't know what is the other plan. What could be the other plan for this position? So king e5, sorry, king e3, king g5. And then we play b4, then they play f4, check, king to f3, king to f5, a4, king a5, b5, takes, takes, and the king is in time to stop the pawn. Yeah, the king is in time to stop the pawn at least. So at best they still get a draw. Am I looking at, I'll repeat the line like 2, 3 times to see if I'm seeing it properly. King e4, king e3, king g5, king f, king g5, b4, f3, f4 check, king f3, king to f5, a4, king to e5, b5, king pawn takes pawn, pawn push, king is in the square to hold the pawn. You know how to solve this? I just can't remember. Uh, so I think king e3 is refuted. I cannot find a way to win with king e3. So I'll consider b4 first move. Let's say they go king to g5. I go a4. Then I think they go king g4, b5, pawn push. No, takes, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. I think b4 is the right move. My gut says it's the right move, but now I think I'll try to prove it with some calculation. I don't know why I'm so sleepy. This is probably going to be a short stream. I mean, what is to remember here, Danish? b4, pawn push. No, b4, not pawn push. Sorry. King jumps, king jumps. Or can we ignore? No, we can't ignore, right? Yeah, so I'll move my king now. They give a check. My king comes here. Their king goes here. I push a4. King goes here. I push a5. They take, I take, or I push. I don't take, I push. Uh, Now, if they push, or they can push, I'll push, 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 promote, promote. So, not sure. So, I'll have to take back. King will come here. If I take, not take, I can push here, push here. Yeah, exactly. Wait, I have a counterintuitive move. Hi, George. Welcome to the session. You can play b4 and not take, but when the pawn gets close to position, move the king to guard. Right, but then there's this another pawn, right? Actually, I have another idea here. We could actually start from a4 as well. But is the position same? King comes here, king. No. Um, just unable to calculate the entire line. It's tough for some reason. The position is not clear at all. And I feel all I lack right now is the concentration to calculate it. And which is why I titled the video Concentration. Uh, not able to. It was lovely yesterday where we were just doing those made puzzles. Ah, it's not working. Saw that. Black's winning in that line. In the a4, a5 line. King e5. Sorry. King e3. Oh, both lines don't win. If both lines don't win, what do we play? I'm turning the video off for a second. Not for a second, I mean for some time. My back's really hurting, so I need to lay down. Also try to put that energy trying to understand how to make this position work. Same here, Danish. My struggle is also the same. Any idea I can even see, I can't see it's well enough to justify anything, to conclude anything. It's a visualization error. At most, it's a visualization error. It's just we can't visualize the position, which is funny because they're just kings and pawns here. Sometimes I wonder, is my stream the quietest or the most silent chess stream on YouTube? Like we go minutes without talking or, you know, doing much. Just a position on the screen and us thinking. King e5, king. Why do I keep going? King e3. Yes, George, you need to go beyond that. See, king e3, what will black play? Black will play king g5, for example. Right? King g5 to take control. And what will you play after king g5? You need to write the entire line as far as you can see. Probably, Danish, that is exactly what I aim for. Thanks. I mean, personally, I feel for a game that is played quietly, its training cannot be so loud. Doesn't have to be so loud. So I don't know. I just turned the light off in my room. What will I be visible as? Okay, it's still. Oh, it's not very bad. Still taking some light in. And I think if I turn on uh the camera and turn on edge light, then you can actually supplement for light as well. Not bad. Not bad. Now this is going to stare in my eyes, which I cannot bear. So I'm going to remove that edge light and turn my video off as well. Maybe Danish. king e3, king g5, king f3. George, you are actually free to move pieces, by the way. This is very tough without moving pieces. And right now, it's going to get pretty much impossible for you to visualize fully. I mean, it's getting hard for me to visualize as well. So you are free to move pieces, take a board, set it up, figure it out. Danish, in case you don't know, George is my student, and I think I mentioned George a couple of times in the stream. Or George, if you do want to challenge yourself, then definitely don't move any of the pieces. It's after all just six pieces on the six, yeah, seven pieces on the board in total. The thing is, both King E3 and B4 seems to be losing, and which is why I'm not able to not losing, sorry, being draws. Black has three pawns, and it feels like black is managing to draw here. If black did not have this pawn, how would I have I played then? Just this. I would rather have 17 than this 7. What does that mean? And by the way, I said we'll just spend half an hour. Right. I would rather have 17 than the 7. I didn't get you. I didn't get you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I would rather have 17 pieces too. Yes. Those problems are much easier than when there are just kings and pawns. Position just becomes so horrible when there's just kings and pawns. It's so tough to calculate everything. B4. Let me try to make B4 work, okay? I will try to make B4 work. B4 looks like something. Uh, B4 looks like something that, we can clear. You told only 7. Yes, Danish. I mean, in terms of visualizing, only 7 pieces should be easier. Uh, King to G5, King to C3. Okay, what if one move I'll first calculate. Now I'll try to challenge all my assumptions. If B4 and King to G5, what if I go immediately A4? Yeah, this is first question. So let's suppose they have few options. They can go king in front or they can start pushing their pawn. Let's assume they start pushing their pawn. Okay, so this is the position. I can't draw everything, so I'll start talking and visualize at the same time. Concentrate, focus. King G5, sorry, King E3, sorry, B4. I said concentrate and focus and then messed up twice. B4, King to G5, King to E3. Oh no, we said no King to E3. B5, B4, King to G5, A4, F4, B5, F3, King E3, king g4, and king f2 holds the pawn. And the black king can also not stop our pawn, which is passing. So after b4, king g5, king e3. No, no king e3, sorry. b4, king g5, b4, king g5, a4, f4, b5, king g4, instead of pushing f3, which did not work last time. A takes b5. Sorry, b takes a6. F f3. We promote with a check. We promote with a check. Oh god, this works. We could even trade the queens even if we were not promoting with check and the other pawn promotes faster. B4 works. B4 works. B4. Danish and George, did you pay attention to the entire line that I said? Did you see any mistakes in my line? Let me know if you saw any mistakes. Okay, I'll repeat the entire line once again, okay? Scan for mistakes. Scan for mistakes, okay? Let me try again. What if king g4 instead of f4? Okay, so b4, king g5, a4, king g4. Okay, one second. If you play king g4 first, then I will. Yeah, this is good objection. Yeah, worth looking at. Yes. Once again, b4, king g5, a4, king g4, king g4, king to e3. This time we will play king e3. If you give pawn check, I'll go to f2, and your black king cannot go and stop our pawns, and we have successfully stopped their pawns. We are fast enough. Yes, we are fast enough. Are you convinced, Danish? King e3, king g3. King e3, king g3. Okay. Okay. I'll go king e2 then. No, no, wait. I'll not go king e2. If you go king e3, king g3. Wait. King g3. If I go king d2, what will they play? King d2. If I play king d2, you have no option but to start pushing your pawn. So you will play f4. I'll play b4. I'll play b5, sorry. I'll play b5. You'll play f3. I won't take this time. I'll push my pawn. I'll go b6. You'll play f2. I'll play b7. You'll play queen. I will queen with check again. Is that line anything? Is anything worth it in that line? Once again, b4, king to g5, king e3, no, not king e3, a4, king to g4, b5, king to oh wait. No, Danish, once again, look at this. b4, king to g5, a4, king to g4, b5, b5. Let's say they take and I take back, and they go king to g3. I push, they push, I push, they push. I promote with check. I can draw this with arrows as well. First move b4, second move king g5. I think that was your line. a4, king to g4, b5, takes, king to g3, push, 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 promote, check. Even if I missed a move somewhere, if the pawn is here, this is still check. And we should be able to win this position. Considering there is extra pawn, there are no stalemate tricks also for black. Did I miss something? No, George, we need the pawn on this line. Oh, we could actually even take this. No, yeah, we need the pawn on this line so that we can give a check. Oh, king g3 only if you place king e3. Okay. One second then. b4, king g5, a4, king g4, b5. You're gonna go f4, right? Instead of pushing the pawn, okay, yeah, a takes b5 and then f4. Okay, a takes b5, a takes b5, and then you go f4. Fine. If you go f4 now, go f4 now. I'm going to push. You will push. I'll play king to e3. You'll play king to g3. Right? You'll play king to g3, and then I'll push again. And again, I'll promote a check. Let me look at that line carefully again. Let's not be biased. b4, king g5, a4, king g4, b5, takes, f4, f4. I push the pawn, f3, king e3, king g3. I push the pawn, you push the pawn, and I promote with check. And this is a winning ending. God, if this does not work, this is going to be very painful. Okay. b4, what else can they try? I don't see any good ideas other than going king g4. If after this, Uh, what if they push early? I will let them push. I'll go here. What if after b4 f4? Yeah, after b4 f4. Exactly. That's what even I was looking at. Oh, immediately after b4 f4. I'll let them push. I'll go a4 because they cannot go too front, too ahead, else they lose the pawn, right? The king has to waste few moves to come support the pawn, and then it will be a transposition. Anytime the king comes, this will transpose into any of the other lines that we have already seen. In principle, I think the plan of this position is try to create a passer, use your king only when absolutely necessary, and the king has to come to g3 to make progress. Since it comes on g3, we are able to promote, and we need to promote on this square. I think the key idea is all of this. And see, I'll make the move b4. If b4 is right, I'll turn the light on. If b4 is wrong, I will keep the light off. Okay, I'll not show my face. I'll quickly show what is the correct move, end the stream, go home. I mean, I'm still at home, but I'll just close the stream. 1 second. Okay. So now we are worth, now we can show our face, but this is still, I mean, we have not finished our calculation here. A4, they are going for the other plan. This is the first plan which we were discussing, where the king marches and tries to stop the pawn. Somewhere in between, I went full concentrate. But I mean, I'm still a little sad that we did not look at this line from. Like, yeah, so no, let's, since we have not seen this position in our calculation, let's take 5 more minutes or 3, 4 more minutes to be sure what to play. No, wait, what was it? What do you mean? I'm a little distracted. I'll finish this and be back. Yeah. I need more water. Please think about it. Think straight. Let's. I'm not ready to mess this up. We have spent 3 analysis sessions so far, I think, doing deep analysis. तीनों में हमने कोई सही आंसर नहीं ढूंढा है, like from start to finish. We did not see this, Danish. No, we saw a line with. I'll tell you which line we saw where this idea was there. We saw a line where we put our king on e3. In that line, we saw that the king can travel like this, which I saw as a refutation. Yeah, we saw it as a refutation for king e3. So you need to figure out for this one now once again. Just let go grab some water and be back. Okay. B5. If pawn takes does not work. The king is in time to catch the pawn. If B5, if pawn takes, we go A5. They go F4. We go A6. They go F3. We go A7. They go F2. We go A8 queen. They go F8 one F1 queen. So that doesn't work. So a king needs to stop the pawn at least once. So we go B5. Oh yeah, this wins. This time I saw the idea. Yeah, we have an idea. We can make them waste two moves. So we can go B4, let them take, push. If they go F4, we let them push once. We go A6, F3. This time we don't push. We go king to E3. So now if they push, we just take. So now if this pawn is pushed, we push once more. If that's pushed, we push once more, and we have queened. If they push, sorry, if it'll go here. Queen comes and stops. So after b5 takes pawn push. Suppose if they start with this pawn, same idea. We'll push this pawn. We'll let them push one square. King to c3. If this pawn starts moving now, then we push. Let them push. We promote, and they're one square short of promotion. We can even check and take the pawn. Yeah, works. Works, boss. Everyone. Danish, George, anybody who's here. Works. Both of you think it works? Yeah. But what if king comes in? What do you mean, George? King. If king moves, they'll get slow, no? Our pawn will promote. If their king comes, if king comes in, our pawn promotes. But okay, when can the king stop promotion? No, it can't. Rule of square. The pawn's here, right? So if you put the rule of square, the king is not in. King can't come inside the square. That's it. It's outside the square, exactly. Even here, if it starts moving, then we just take. And now we promote very easily. Okay, convinced? So let's push. Oh my god, I feel so happy right now. First problem that we have got right on the stream. Of course, we set it to harder instead of hardest. It's not hardest, but still feels like a big achievement. I think we were doing a mistake solving hardest problems because even harder is giving us quite a lot of pain. Okay, anyways, what was the position? Yeah, this was the position, yeah. Oh, you were thought no, no, no. A takes B4 is wrong. We cannot play that. That is where we start from. This feels so good. Everything looks correct now, looks now. But in the start of the position, nothing felt right. Like it was so unclear what needs to be played. It's the level, it's the end, it's just end games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A harder end game is very tough to play because it like you really need to see everything well. Like let's say for example here when we were calculating, right? Okay, I was calculating this position to just see that you can like we saw this and we said okay both sides are promoting. All you need to apply in a position which you can see in your head. Oh wait, I can play this. There is this one other move. And then you'll be like, okay, but what about this pawn? Let's see what happens. We have been doing hardest, George. If you see the last two streams, not the last one, last stream was just made puzzles. I was so tired. It was right after your class. I was very tired, so I did not want to, like, I could not analyze. Two streams before that is just dead analysis of super hard problems. And just seeing this is the key. That once our king moves and that's it. Black has like what's so funny is that black has three pawns in this position, two passers, and none of them are fast enough because our king is placed in a perfect square. If our king was even one square left or right, if here or here, I don't think we are winning. It's like it's just the placement of the king is too good. That's it. Lucky as the problem was solved. And with that, I'll also end the stream. Thank you so much for joining, Danish. Thank you so much for joining, George. Thanks for anybody else who came in between and left in some time. And also, thanks to anyone who's watching this later. See ya. Bye bye.